Hey, Jeff Dorian here from thesoapguy.com. Welcome to our Saturday giveaway. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about how to cut the soap and how to save some money cutting the soap. I'll show you how to use our soap cutter and other couple techniques here. We are giving away a lot of soap all the way through the beginning of the year, so anybody who's watching the video who wants to get your name in the soap contest to win 100 loaves of soap, and for any of the other contests, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. That's the first thing you have to do. Second thing is send me your information for contact information. We have to know where to ship your prizes, and we have to have a contact phone number in case we have any trouble. So go ahead and shoot that over to soaporders99@gmail.com. soaporders99@gmail.com. That's where you send your information so that you can get in the contest. So here I have 2 loaves of soap. These are our regular large loaves that we have on the site. One here is wildflowers and one here is African violet. Okay, this one here we're going to cut with the soap cutter. And if you guys saw one of my earlier videos, we actually cut hundreds and hundreds of bars with the soap cutter just to show you how efficient it was and how fast you can cut soap. Because a lot of people buying loaves are a little bit apprehensive about, wow, it's going to take me forever to cut that. And it doesn't. This works really well because it cuts the whole loaf in one hit. So I'm going to lay this in there and show you how fast it is just to cut one. We're going to get 9 1-inch bars out of this, and I'll show you right now how to do that. There's actually a border there. Let the strings here, the cheese cutter wires, let them rest right on the soap loaf like that. And all you have to do is push down like this. And this loaf is a little bit old. You can see there's some resistance there. All right, but I'm pushing all the way down, and then boom, you've cut a whole loaf just like that. You can see how fast that was. I didn't push very hard. There you go. You've got 9 bars. Look at how cool this is, right? All right. You don't want these to be absolutely symmetrical, even though they are almost, because this is handmade soap. You want it to have a little bit of irregularity. That's part of the charm of handmade soap. So there you go. There's 9 bars. Now we have another loaf here that I've already scored. I'm going to show you guys how to get 12 bars. The bars are going to be a little bit smaller out of this one. But the really cool thing about this is when you get 12 3.7-ounce bars out of this loaf, your price goes down to $1 per bar or less, depending on how much soap you bought. So if you have that price point in mind where you have to get that bar for a certain amount so that you can resell it or re-wholesale it, this is the way you would do it. All I did was I took a regular ruler and I scored this, and I scored it into quarters. So you take this and then you just mark it off a little bit. See if there's a mark here, and I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to show you how to cut it. So just a regular ruler and you score it. I've got 2 knives here. This is the knife I prefer, and this is the knife I've used. This knife here is a little bit skinnier and a little bit less effective, but if you have the salt soap doesn't work well with knives, so you might have to use a skinnier knife to get through the salt soap without having it crumble. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this one. I'm going to cut this one in half first. Now, I did make another video a few years ago about how just to cut this with a knife. I'm going to go over those same points right now. So excuse me if you've already seen these, but this is pretty straightforward. The way to cut the soap with a knife is just to make sure that your hand and your eyes are directly above the cut so that you can push straight down. This tape is a little bit high. Normally it will be a little bit lower, and I'll show you just like this. You line it up, okay? Now I'm going to put my hands and I'm going to put my eyes directly above the cut, and I'm just going to push straight down. It allows you to push straight down every time so you get a straighter cut. Alright, so we'll just do the next one like this. Hands and eyes directly above the cut, push straight down one last time. Alright, now we have this loaf, and this loaf is cut into quarters. Okay, so what do we do with these quarters? How do we get the 12 bars? Right, now we turn around and we use our soap cutter. This is the really cool part. You just line these up like this. You can line this up on the end. You can almost see that there's a divot here, and that's where it lines up. So you know it's lining up correctly. Alright, so you start to push down. As soon as you start to push down, you make sure that it's lined up. Alright, there you have 3 beautiful bars. You do this 3 times, just like this. Okay, line it up, push down. Okay, 3 more bars. I'm going to turn this around here because the one side on the one edge is a little bit uneven, and I want this side to be uneven. I want it to be even, okay? So there you have 3 more, so we're up to 9 there, and we'll get the last one. Alright. There we are. Okay, so you have 12 bars now. You have 12 3.7-ounce bars. out of one loaf. All right, it's extra cool. Here you have the original cut, and here you have the 12-bar cut. So that's how you cut soap with the Soap Guy soap cutter. That's how you get 12 bars out of one loaf. This is your traditional way to get 9 bars out of one loaf. I really appreciate you guys participating in our videos. I really appreciate you guys commenting on all the videos. We're going to give away a little bit of soap here. I really like this African Violet. This African Violet, it's a medium seller for me, and I think one of the reasons is that people don't realize how awesome this fragrance is. So as today's contest, I love Jeff's African Violet soap. Put that in your subject line to soaporders99@gmail.com. We'll give away some of this African Violet soap to the 20th emailer to that email. So thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks once again for being in the contest, and we'll see you guys going forward. Thanks.